Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So here is my review for Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, or Season 7, Episode 5. This was a pretty big Dwight episode. I'm actually going to combine my review here with the trailer as well, which is, it's a little interesting because the CRM are actually going to be making a return. But not only that, we're actually going to be seeing Morgan actually interact with them, which I think is pretty big. You know, Morgan, I've been really wanting this character to meet the CRM for a while, and it looks like we're actually going to be seeing how that turns out. And so, yeah, that's going to be pretty exciting. But obviously, before we go any further, I do have to warn you for spoilers for Fear the Walking Dead Episode 5. So if you haven't watched it yet, definitely go check out the episode and then come back to the video if you're interested. And also, if you are new to the channel and you want more Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead content like this, then make sure to be a subscriber. Again, like I said, this episode was very Dwight and Sherry focused, and it was all about finding this new character named Mickey, who I love. I love the character Mickey. She's such an awesome character. Now, I do want to start off on, I guess, a positive note, which is that Dwight and Sherry are probably one of the better. I mean, every character on Fear is really great. Honestly, there's no real bad characters. There used to be. You know, I would look at characters like Luciana and not really Daniel, because Daniel, or I guess I would look at Strand, if anything. Like, Strand was such an amazing character in the first, season or two, and then just fell off afterwards. Well, I guess season 3 was really great, actually. So, no, I'll say for the first 3 seasons, he was great. 4 and 5, he felt so lost, but so did a lot of the other characters. And it just seems like with season 6 and 7, characters like Strand, who were so lost and had really no direction, are actually starting to do more things now and are written much better. Someone like Luciana is also written much better. Dwight and Sherry as well are just, they're just really fun to watch, honestly. And it really, this episode I actually really did enjoy, though I do have some concerns about Fear, and we'll get into that right away. But I really did enjoy the episode in terms of, you know, seeing the characters navigate through this zombie apocalypse and knowing the history that we know. You know, it was a lot of fun to actually see. Dwight and Sherry seem to have this code, right? Like, you're allowed to kill people if the kill's going to be clean. And a lot of it is they don't want to turn into Negan. So I really like the fact that Negan is essentially haunting these people still. I love that. I really, honestly, that is such a fun aspect because, I mean, if you look back to what Negan did to everybody back then, he really turned everybody into monsters for the most part, right? And I can definitely see how, I mean, killing a person, I imagine, isn't just nothing. Like, it's going to do shit to you mentally, right? And the stuff that they did, I think, or the stuff that Negan made them do, I think made them feel like shit about themselves, obviously. And you know, Dwight was so conflicted so much. Sherry, Negan really ruined their lives. And so that's why I think for sure Negan and Dwight are never, ever going to get along. And I really want to see that reunion. You know, the Walking Dead universe has a lot of things that they can actually touch on at some point in the future, right? That reunion is definitely one of them. Whenever that happens, that is going to be so much fun. You know, I think Dwight might be a character who won't kill him, but Sherry might. Just because I think they could easily do something there where Sherry, maybe they borrow that from the comic a little bit, right? Where Sherry does go a little bit crazy. You know, and maybe that is something in the Negan spinoff, right? Like, Sherry at some point will die in the future because she's so obsessed with wanting to kill him that Negan accidentally kills Sherry. And then Dwight's like, you know what I mean? Like I could totally see a version or scenario like that play out in the future. But anyways, not to ramble on too much here, but my point is it's a lot of fun watching Dwight and Sherry. I love that, you know, that Negan is still haunting these characters. They have this code to, you know, if you're going to kill someone, make sure the kill is clean. And I love all that. I really like the fact that they have this code. I think it's definitely really smart. It is definitely a really good coping mechanism. And if they stick to this code, they don't kill for no reason, this and that, they'll never turn into him. So I really like that. And a lot of that is sort of the basis for this episode, right? They go to find Mickey, and that is the whole thing. I mean, first they find Strand and stuff. And I guess that's where we'll get into some of the issues that I have here. The whole Howard and Strand thing is just so weird. You know, where the hell is this building to? I don't understand where they want to go here, because a lot of it is just it's almost gotten pretty comical at this point. At least at this point here, or in this episode, I laughed because I thought that person was maybe with Padre or something, but it ended up being somebody from Strand's camp, and then it was Howard who took off his mask, and I was like, oh my god, this guy is literally everywhere. And I think that's honestly kind of bad. I will say in terms of for writing, I'm not a fan of that. This guy shouldn't be everywhere. It's laughable. Like, how is Howard literally going into the specific locations that our main cast is? Like, in every episode, he's there, right? It makes sense when Morgan is in communication with them. And if Morgan pops up and is in communication with some of them, I think that makes a lot more sense, because usually it's with, like, you know, a walkie-talkie or something like that. Usually, for the most part, it makes a lot of sense. But with Howard, he's like walking into them. He knows exactly where they are. It's just a little bit too much. And, you know, it's like they bring them to the tower, right? Strand's tower. And, like, it doesn't really build to anywhere. Like, where are they going with this? That's why I say the whole Strand thing, the whole story here is just very weird. I'm not too big of a fan of the Howard character right now. He's a little annoying, but that could change. It's definitely, like, you know, sometimes he doesn't annoy me. It's just whenever I see him, I'm just like, oh my God, you again. And I want there to be some type of payoff. I will say Fear the Walking Dead is very slow right now. And we are 5 episodes in, you know, we got 3 more to go. So we'll see where they're building to here. But as of now, it's pretty slow. This is a very slow start. I don't really understand the direction that they're going in. I've kind of gotten over the whole nuclear apocalypse thing, to be honest, because some of it is just like, some of it was really cool when we just saw some of them having radiation suits. Now they all just have these hazmat suits. And I'm like, where the hell are you getting them? This makes no sense. Like, if that happened here where I live, and I think in most places, I think most people aren't going to be able to find those or make them. Like, I don't get that. Honestly, that's the issue that I have here. And the fact that everyone has like these meter reading things or whatever, dosimeters, I think they're called. Like, I don't know. It's become so unbelievable. I think that's just it's a little bit too much. And when you combine that with the whole, like, everyone's taken to the tower and then they leave, and each episode is just, it's a bit too much, and I'm not a fan of it. I like the Dwight and Sherry stuff. Besides that, I love the stuff with them and Mickey. I thought that was really cool. I think Mickey could be a really great character here that could join, or if she joins the group. I'm pretty sure she's going to join the group, but I think she could be a really great new character, honestly. The whole Strand and Howard thing is definitely, it's starting to get annoying for me, honestly. At this episode here, I think it got a little bit too far. I think what I actually did like, though, was that Strand, like, he was responsible for those people dying that Dwight and Sherry were staying with. So, you know, I think that cemented for me that Strand definitely crossed the line. And I think there's no coming back. I think if they're somehow going to be like friends with him, buddy with him in the future, he joins the group again. At that point, I don't even know. Like, I'll be pretty pissed off about that, because he just killed these people here. Like, there was no reason to do that. Strand is literally toying with people because he has this big ego. Like, it's as simple as that. He wants people to think he's like all great and powerful, basically, and that he was right. You know, he's just he's kind of a maniac, and I just think that he definitely at this point has crossed the line. And I think the story should start to turn a little bit more into, we need to defeat Strand, basically. We need to take him down because he is hurting people. I think that's what needs to happen. And maybe when Morgan finds that out, if Dwight and Sherry can tell Morgan that, then maybe it'll get more interesting then. But as of now, you know, I want to see where the Strand and Howard thing are going. I'm hoping it's going to be good, but it's been the same for like every episode so far, right? But again, they could be building to something here, so I'll just say that, like, that's how I feel now, but obviously that could change by episode 8. All the wrestling Walker kill stuff, that was really fun. I really liked that. Again, Mickey, I thought, was just a really great character. We actually did learn at the end that Dwight wants kids, and I thought that was a really great thing to add in. I think, honestly, that's probably going to happen now. They are going to build to something like that, just because, I mean, you want to kind of expand and have more, like, legacy characters, right? Like, have, like, just so, like, in, like, 20, 30 years, you're going to have the kids of these people be like the main characters if you ever want to do a spinoff or like a part 2, right? A Walking Dead Next Generation type show. So yeah, that was kind of cool. I will say the whole Dark Horses thing I thought was a little cringy. I thought that was just a little like, I don't even know. What the hell are you trying to do there? Like, this makes no sense. Like, were you really around long enough to be called this, to have this reputation? Like, didn't this stuff just happen? So I thought that was a little cringy. At the end, they do find this group. I thought that was going to be Padre, but they want to look for Padre. So again, I don't really get what Padre means, but they're on the lookout right now. And I guess at some point very soon, they are going to find out what Padre is. And maybe we're going to learn too, because I don't know what we're looking for. Is it a location? Is it a person? Like, you know what I mean? And then just some quick thoughts here on the trailer. Obviously, Althea and Morgan are back, and we do see them interacting with the Civic Republic, which is It's going to be very exciting. It seems to be the main focus for this episode. I will say that I don't think they're going to play too big of a role in the overall story. That's the feeling I get. I think it would be really cool if they did. I just feel like they won't because they never have, right? Like we're seeing them come back. It's probably not going to mean anything though. And, you know, I think Morgan's going to learn a little bit more about them. Is he going to learn that Rick has them? No, nothing like that. Is he going to learn that they're from another community that's like 200,000 people? No, because Althea doesn't really know that. So I don't think he's going to really know anything in this episode, but just seeing the helicopters, seeing that, oh, they have to be from somewhere, and wondering about that. But I think for the most part, that's going to be it. I think it'll be really cool to see Morgan interacting with them, but I think that's basically it for the most part. I really honestly hope that they do give us more. I just, you know, World Beyond will, The Walking Dead would if they ever did it. Fear just never really has. Every time they've teased any type of Civic Republic thing, it's always been nothing in the end. It's always really been nothing. So, yeah, we'll see what episode 6 brings. I'm not too excited, but I am. So we'll have to wait and see. Again, Fear just in general, I'm not really excited for right now. But I do expect that it will pick up at some point very soon. Just as of now, it's a little slow. But I am liking things here and there. But anyways, make sure to post all your thoughts down below, your predictions for episode 6, and your thoughts and I guess overall review of episode 5. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.